Aloha mai kako, a Komamaita curtain call from a distance, a program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown, and I'm coming to you from my home office, where I have been conscientiously practicing self-isolation. We have surpassed 250,000 deaths since February 29th, when this pandemic struck its first 2 fatalities in Washington state. As of November 19th, when I wrote this, according to the World Health Organization, our country accounts for 18.8% of the deaths worldwide. Our population is just 6% of the world's population. So we have more than 300% more deaths than we should have if our death rate from COVID-19 was proportionate to our population rank in the world. Because of the situation we are in, almost all the theaters in the US are closed. In order to survive, they have had to create innovative ways to share aesthetic endeavors with their audiences so they will stay alive. Most recently, we focused on what the Maui Academy of Performing Arts is doing. This week, we are spotlighting ProArts, Maui's only professional theater, and a place I like to characterize as off-Broadway quality in an off-off Broadway setting. ProArts, under the more than able direction of Maui's answer to a cross between a perpetual motion machine and a Tony Academy Award-winning performer and cultural center, Lin McEwan, together with her board, have come up with ProArts On Line, an outstanding series of eclectic, affordable virtual programming for every taste. The season until mid-December is set, and they have a great lineup for the start of 2021. Although they haven't yet announced the specific dates for these other productions. They kicked off in the beginning of October with the internationally renowned Russian cellist Georgy Gusev. Full disclosure, I am his agent and therefore cannot review his show. After that, Chino LaForge is back on Maui and held forth with some great comedy. Then Joey Yasha Taylor gave us Creation, an exceptional show of aerial choreography, accompanied by a swinging ensemble of Tom Lowe on keyboards and vocals, David Graber bass, Marcello Ignacio drums, and Mr. Gusev cello, and Ms. Taylor on sax, flute, and vocals. And our Thanksgiving/Christmas present is Some Like It Hot, an evening with vocals by the incomparable Joy Renee, Marcus Johnson bass, and Sal Godinez on keyboards. In the new year, we can look forward to Seinfeld alum Mark Beltzman, the 20th anniversary of Vinnie Linares' performance of Damien, an encore evening of the Sold Out Cabaret, an evening with Laura Cole, Jerry Iding's Maui's Some Enchanted Evening Man, the Tim Morris Band, improv from John Williams, Mark Beltzman, and Matthew Brass, and a solo show from American Idol finalist Tom Lowe. Chino LaForge's show back in 808 is comedy the whole family can enjoy. Amazingly, Mr. LaForge gets laughs without vulgarity, not an F-bomb in the whole show. He focuses on things like his name, which means Chinese Smith. He talks about the frustration of trying to lose weight using DVDs and wonders what a Hawaiian weight loss program might be. He talks about being a bouncer at a gay bar and what a fight between a transgender woman and a man might be like. And of course, he delves into dating, his love life, and many other topics that add up to a non-stop laugh fest. His material is excellent, delivery refreshing and professional, and you can tell he is having fun, and so are we. Ali Shore, a ProArts board member and genius editor of these events, has laid in a laugh track that is so real, you actually believe there is a live audience in the theater. It is a masterful bit of editing that enhances the performance substantially. Incidentally, Ms. McEwan wanted me to inform you all of these performances were shot with no audience and according to applicable social distancing guidelines as per the CDC. Creation is a completely surprising, exciting, and visually beautiful production, which besides the musicians previously named, features some of Maui's finest aerial artists, including Beth Russell, Kimberly Payne, Tennille Cram, Sarah Smith, Jess Johnson, and Ms. Taylor shows off her talents with the Silks. If playing, singing, and aerial performing weren't enough, the evening was dominated by Ms. Taylor's original compositions. Of the 7 numbers, 4 were hers. The show began with Tom Lowe doing a smoking rendition of Sting's Roxanne, while Beth Russell exhibited her considerable expertise on the aerial ring. Ms. Shore used marvelous double images to show the singer and the aerial dancer simultaneously. Next, Ms. Taylor danced onto the stage in white. She performed on the aerial silk to her composition, Can We Still Believe? heartfeltly accompanied by Mr. Gusev on cello and sweetly sung by Mr. Lowe. It was a stellar example of the amazing versatility Ms. Taylor possesses. At one point, she created a silk cocoon as she swung through the air, and she culminated her performance with this hanging move. Then Sarah Smith presented a virtuosic aerial silk dance, climbing to the rafters while creating mind-boggling acrobatic poses. Ms. Smith performed these feats while Ms. Taylor sang and played the flute. She's an accomplished flautist with a lovely tone and some excellent improvisatory skills. Toward the end of the dance, Mr. Gusev joined in. One of the true innovations Ms. Shore created for this performance was mounting a camera in the rafters, giving the audience magnificent and thrilling views they could never see in a live performance. For Ms. Taylor's Intervallic Blues, Ms. Shore chose to show the silk aerialist to Neil Cram in black and white, while Ms. Taylor and the band were in color. This brilliant choice emphasized Ms. Cram's very sexy mesh stockings while bringing out the tone and strength of her musculature. Jess Johnson performed on the silks to Antonio Carlos Jobim's Agua de Beber. This was a highly up-tempo tune. The dance was also very fast, and the lighting was low, so I apologize for the lack of sharpness in these images. Ms. Johnson's performance was thrilling, and Ms. Taylor's flute playing marvelous. Ms. Russell returned to demonstrate her expertise in the silks to Ms. Taylor's original tune, Love Freedom. Ms. Russell showed she is even more adept on the silks than on the ring, which she performed on beautifully. She climbed to the rafters and performed exceptionally difficult moves, such as standing splits, inverted moves, angelic hangs, one-foot moves, a complex sitting hang, a full split, and finally she did a treacherous one-leg fall. The finale belonged to Kimberly Payne on the ring, to Mr. Jobim's one-note samba, sung by Mr. Lowe. Ms. Payne made the ring, which has to feel uncomfortable, look like an easy chair. She displayed astounding flexibility and acrobatics. She seems as comfortable on the ring as we are at the beach. On November 19th, they opened their final show of 2020, Some Like It Hot, with the voluptuous, venerable vixen Joy Renee featured on vocals, Sal Godinez, Maui's answer to Mel Torme, although the last time I looked, Mr. Torme couldn't sing in Portuguese, and the consummate professional and one of Maui's most in-demand bassists, Marcus Johnson. The show started off at Marcus and Renee's home, where they are joined by Mr. Godinez for a talk story that acts like an intro to each song without mentioning the title or anything about what you will be hearing. Ms. Renee is a great singer who transformed tunes like Love Is Here to Stay, Tenderly, and Honeysuckle Rose, tunes we all know and love, and presents them with such creativity and freshness that it's as if we are hearing them for the first time. Her rendition of My Funny Valentine, modulated into Jobim's Corcovado, with Mr. Godinez sweetly intoning that romantic tune. It was orgasmic. I love their medley, and Mr. Godinez on I've Got the World on a String, morphing into Ms. Renee, killing it on But Not For Me, and back to Mr. Godinez on a meltingly romantic finale of Love Is Here to Stay. Just wonderful. Their finale number in this all too short concert was Chick Corea and Neville Porter's 500 Miles High, a fiendishly difficult song that Ms. Renee handled with ease, grace, and beauty. Besides being accompanists, both Mr. Godinez and Mr. Johnson are outstanding, tasteful improvisers. Each show has gotten better and better. I cannot wait for the new year to see what they do to raise the bar. ProArts is to be commended for a creative, adventurous, and wide-ranging program of varied and excellent entertainment. Those who purchase tickets will be able to visit the show whenever they like until the shows end. Go to www.proartsmaui.com for the full schedule. Mr. Guzev's performance concludes on November 28th, and each subsequent performer will conclude the following week. Besides your computer and phone, you can watch these shows if you have a smart TV that allows for a Vimeo app. Or you can hook your computer to your TV with an HDMI cable. These are wonderful shows. Support ProArts, get tickets, and enjoy every show. They are a real bargain, and you will be supporting one of Maui's finest arts organizations. Well, that's Curtain Call from a Distance for this week. Mahalo nui loa for tuning in. I'm Paul James Brown. Ahui ho.
you.